welcome to another episode of Out There with Johnny. What I'm going to do going forward is when I get questions from the viewers, instead of trying to reply back, which sometimes could be longer explanations, I decided to do short videos to answer those questions and provide tips for some of the questions as well. So what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to address one of the questions that came up recently by one of the viewers. So Joseph Luciani, this video is for your question. So I'm going to set things up and then I'm going to show you the answer to your question about files for post-processing from live view. So we will be back in just a few moments. And we're back. So we're looking at the screen here. This is the ASIAIR Plus. Pro does the same thing. So what you want to do is you're wondering is, can I save the individual files and do my own post-processing from live views? And the answer is yes. I do it all the time because the post-processing comes out much cleaner than the live view. The nice thing about the ASIAIR series, the Pro and the Plus, is it bridges both worlds of EEA, and astrophotography. EEA, which is electrical enhanced astronomy, or enhanced electrical astronomy, I forget which one of the two it is, and then the traditional astrophotography. EEA, I've been doing that for years, and then separately doing astrophotography. Well, now you can do, or at least collect data for both at the same time. But here's the key thing. So when you go to your menu and you select your live, or when you select live, let me start over. So let's just hit OK. Up here, you get your focus, polar alignment, preview, auto run, plan, live, and video. If you pick your live, and then you go to your menu for live, and you do your lights, whatever bin you choose, whatever your exposure time is, and Joseph, you said 30 seconds. Stack duration's no limit, which means it just keeps shooting until you tell it to stop manually, or you can give it a limit. You can tell it, and it's by minutes, not by shots. So if you're doing 30-second shots and you do it for 10 minutes, do the math, right? 20 minutes, 30-second shots, 30 minutes, 30-second shots, 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours as much as it goes. I always choose no limit because I can just simply stop it when I want. But here's the key thing. You got to click this box here that says save every frame when stacking. So you want to make sure that's clicked because you want to save those frames. And then if you do take darks during your live stacking, I always take them first if I know what they're going to be. In this case, I did some 30 seconds in the past. It saves it to the dark file. Then you tell it what file you want to go to. In this case here, where I did 5 stacks with 30 seconds. And then you click your dark, and then it adds the darks in with your each and every shot. So you want to keep that in mind for live stacking. But you also have the darks saved for your post-processing. And you can do bias, you can do flat, so forth and so on. Now, once you've selected your lights, your bin number, your exposure, and you click the save frame every time it's stacking, you hit OK, and then you hit the play button here, the round button, and it goes off and does its thing. And then if you go to your SD card, in this case, SD is highlighted where it's saving it. I go to the SD card and I hit my management. You can see over here, you have live, preview, auto run, video, and plan. Now, since you were doing live, you click on your live, there's your lights and there's your darks. There's the 30-second dark stacked that I did. It stacks it for you, gives you a nice dark frame to go work with your lights. In this case, if I go to live again and go to my lights, I was shooting the Whirlpool Galaxy, and I was shooting NGC 4631, which is also known as the Whale Galaxy. But if I go to Whirlpool Galaxy, I have 51 photos So I was doing 30 seconds and I collected 51 of them. And it'll tell you here in the beginning that under lights, under Whirlpool, I have 51 captures. Under NCG 46, I have 22. So you can just click on these and there they are. Now, and you see it saves in a fit format. Every one of these says fit. So you need software that interprets fit because it does not do PNG or anything like that, or what they call RAWs. It does do it does save and puts out a JPEG, but they are the absolute worst JPEGs I have ever seen. So I always use fit. I myself, I use Affinity photo processing. I love that program. You buy it, you own it. It's not a subscription that you pay forever, like with Photoshop. And it's very, very astrophotography friendly. It does its own stacking. It's got astrophotography filters built in, so forth and so on. I love it. I really, really love that program. And I will post at the end of this video to show you the difference between the live stack and the post-processing stack. I've got both of those that I've worked on with the Whirlpool. So I hope this answers your question. Again, I'll go back and tell you that it's very important that you have this save every frame when stacking selected, or it won't do it. So that's a key feature you've got to remember to do when you do your live stacking. And then you can post-process all those single files. So I'll show you the photos at the end here. I hope this answers your question. I hope this addresses anybody's question about live stacking and post-processing as in true astrophotography. You can do both with the ASIAIR Plus and the Pro because of the firmware updates that they've accomplished. And I will show in later videos, I'll go more in depth with this little guy down here you see in the corner, which is the new planetarium that they have on the software. It works extremely well, and I'm extremely happy with it. And I'll talk about that in depth in later videos. So feel free to leave comments if you have anything to address or add to what I've said. Feel free to add it in the comments. If you have more questions, about the ASIAIR Plus, if I don't know the answer, I'll go find the answer because I communicate fairly regularly with CWO in China through emails. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these little tips, and I hope it answers the questions and it helps you guys to further your ability to use the ASIAIR Plus. That I will see you out there.